Alright, what's up guys? It's Fall Fanatic here, and in this video I'm going to be telling you guys about this game that I played in Arenas. Not the one that's on screen right now, but one that I will show in a second. This game that I played in Arenas where the lag was so bad that we literally played at like half speed. I'm not even kidding. We didn't get lagged out of the server. I'm fairly sure it must have been some kind of DDoSing thing, or just the servers weren't working right at the moment. But it was actually really fun because it was like playing Apex in slow motion. So if you guys want to go ahead and see that, continue watching. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. And let's continue with the video. So as soon as I loaded into this game, I knew something had to be wrong because it was taking way too long for just the first person to choose their legend. It just kept going backward and backward and backward, and it took a really long time. So I'm not going to show this part because basically it just took forever. Oh my gosh, this is like a whole 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the video, so I'm just going to cut this part out. But yeah, I noticed from the beginning it takes literally like 30 seconds to even choose a legend, which is not how that should work. So I loaded in the match and I choose a flatline because I don't know, I chose a flatline. I like the flatline. And as soon as I get in, Satobi, he makes the very, very, very intuitive point that it is lagging, like, very bad. Anyway, so it is taking forever right now, and it ends up taking much longer than 20 seconds, because as you can see, every single time it drops a few, it will go back up. But eventually, it gets down. I'm going to cut past it because it takes forever. So we finally get out of the first spawn area, and as you can see, this is why I said it's in slow motion.
OMG.
We are literally in slow motion. It is kind of crazy. So the other team was also in slow motion. So this is what makes it really cool. Both teams were in slow motion. So we were having just slow motion fights, and it felt like you're in some kind of action movie. It was so cool. It's really awesome. So I decided to move to the left with the opposite of my other team, and there ends up being a member of the other team there, and I move over and I hit 2 shots in slow motion. Not even kidding. Everything still worked, but it was in slow motion. So I was hitting my shots and like I was doing damage, but it was in slow motion. As you can see here, I was able to that lifeline just stayed there, but I somehow cracked her shields, and I was still hitting her for a very long time after I was done shooting. So, but eventually the damage caught up, and some of the damage registered when it was supposed to. Well, I guess not really when it's supposed to. So I ended up hip firing this lifeline, and she got hit very, very hard because scoping in with this lag, it takes 10 seconds to even scope in, which it's not worth 10 seconds. You might as well just hip fire your gun all the time. So I saw this lifeline. She was trying to heal on her drone, so I tacticaled her, and then I saw them coming up from the left. So I did a terrible tactical, which ended up turning into 2 tacticals somehow. Yeah, that's right. 2 of Revenant silences at once, but they ended up only being 1 for some reason. I don't know. It was so laggy. So I ended up hitting them for 10 over there, and I know the lifeline's over to the right. So my next move is to try and possibly get to a spot where I can heal. But the lag just continues to get worse to the point where you can't even move. And every once in a while you're able to move, and that's when you just got to get behind cover. So basically the trick to winning these is catching someone while they're in their spot where they cannot move. So I was trying to catch this guy while he was in his spot where he could not move, but I was somehow in the air while shooting, and my shots would not come out until like 10 seconds after I actually shot. So I ended up just like one-tapping as much as possible. And Satobi, he loves that TT, that text-to-chat or whatever, text-to-voice, because he is just like talking about lag the entire time. I'm not even kidding. This entire video, he just talks in TTV. For some reason. TTV. Wait, text to voice. Wait. Twitch TV. Oh my gosh, I never realized that. Twitch is actually taking over Apex with TTV. Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of boring what I do here. I kind of just sit here trying to type something in because I'm a terrible typer. But anyway, I finally end up getting into the TTV, the text to chat or TTV. I don't know which way you want to say it, but I ended up getting it in there that this is unplayable. And this Wraith, she's just stuck in midair. It's kind of hilarious. So I've got 5 shots left in this P2020, and I don't know what to do. Should I reload, which will take like 30 more seconds than it needs to, or should I shoot? But I don't have to because our Wraith does it for us. So this was actually the last round because the other team just completely quit. I don't know if I would have continued playing either, but they quit first. So we actually won because they quit, and that's how I won a game of Apex Legends at a very, 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 very slow speed. And as you can even tell, it's still taking forever to even get to the screen where they show us that we've won. So it's pretty interesting. I hope you guys liked it. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and watch some of my other videos if you enjoyed this one.
Why dark?
Why dark is what Satobi says.
Well done.